Hey everyone, I'm Jake. I'm super excited here today because today I picked up my 15-foot Terran self-bailing raft. I was going to do a complete review today, but unfortunately, as you can see, it snowed like 15 inches last night or the night before. And so I'm not going to blow it up now, but I'm going to at least today undo all the packaging. One thing that I already really like is that it's double boxed and it's also like triple layer cardboard. So it looks like we got here some of the things that hold the thwarts in. They're little plastic things that slide in, which we'll see later. We got the paddles. Come individually wrapped. There's two to a thing. It's nice. There's a little repair kit. Looks like it has some glue and some more rubber that matches your colors inside. Another bigger patch of red rubber. And it comes with a foot pump. This thing is a heavy boat. Both good and bad. Then they also come with these little extra valves too, in case you need them. Hey, I'm back. So it's actually been quite a while since I did the unboxing of the raft. We ended up actually going on a river trip in southern Utah using my raft, and so I've just pulled it out here today. I want to clean it off and get it rolled back up, but I thought I'd do this review quick to help those of you out there who are researching different rafts. I give you another option. I remember seeing this online. You look at it and think, well, what's wrong with it? Because the price point is way lower than a lot of your major manufacturer rafts, and so you think, well, it's got to be a lower quality or something's got to be wrong with it in order to be that price. Luckily, Terran, the guy who makes these rafts, he lives close by. I mean, he's about an hour away, so I was able to see these rafts in person, and that totally changes everything. It changes your opinion because then you get to see it, feel it, touch it, and really see the workmanship that is in these rafts. So I'll just walk you through some of these features that this raft has. The first thing that comes to mind are these wonderful handles. Let me see if I can get it to where we can see good. These handles are super great for carrying. I've had a lot of boats that when you lift it, the handles just cut into your hands, and this doesn't do that at all. It's a nice soft rounded handle, and there's actually 10 of them on this raft. There's 4 on each side and then 2 on the ends, which makes it super easy for carrying around. The one feature I love on both ends, it has D-rings. It has 5 of them all across the front of this boat, and also all across the back of the boat. So it's really, really great for being able to cam all your gear down. The valves on this boat, they're nice. They're professional quality Leah filled valves. So they're not just cheap quality valves. They're actually really, really good quality valves. And the material itself, I mean, it's as good a material as I've felt on any boat, really. You can see in the floor of the raft, it has these foot, I don't know what you call them, foot tie-ins or slip-ons for when you're doing a paddle boat. You can slip one foot into there and then drape the other over the edge, and that kind of holds you in when you're going through the big rapids, which I haven't tried those out yet because we just, like I said, we ran the San Juan River, which has nothing big on it, just more of a float. You have the inserts for the thwarts, which I don't have in it right now, but you can put three different thwarts and you can see the different spots that you fill them up and you put them down in, and you just slide a thing in between those that connects it all. Another feature that this thing has is a little splash guard type thing right here, which, as to whether or not it helps with the splashing, that's debatable. I think it probably helps a little bit with the little waves that hit the side of the boat, but more than anything, this is a fantastic bumper. You know, if you run into a rock, it tends to hit this thick plastic here first rather than your actual boat. It's obviously made more like a splash guard, but it functions well as a bumper for your boat. Here on the floor you can see you've got the blow-up valve, but then also a release valve. So if once you start getting too much air in it, it releases some of the pressure, so you don't actually accidentally pop your floor. One great feature this has too is it has just a tiny mesh screen on the top, so you don't get all the sand and gunk and stuff down in there as much as you do on some of the other boats. One thing I love with these valves, apart from the fact that they're high quality Leah-filled valves, is that they're on the outside of the boat. All the other boats that I've had in the past and have ridden on in the past have the valve on the inside. And typically when I'm setting up the boat and I'm getting everything blown up, I'm generally not standing in the boat. So I've got shoes on and it's just a pain. So you're in there like this, you're trying to pump it up, and I mean your back's going out. This is so much easier. Be able to just put it in and start pumping. After pumping up the very first day on our 5-day river trip down the San Juan, it held air the entire 5 days. In fact, I had to let a little bit air out. One of the best features about this boat is the double wrapped floor. So, I mean, basically what that means is this floor has 2 layers of material on the bottom. And it just, I mean, it makes it almost bulletproof. Like you're going to have a really hard time ever puncturing that floor, which is oftentimes the most vulnerable spot on these self-bailing rafts. So it's a fantastic feature. The one problem with that is it makes this raft a lot heavier. And really that is the only con that I can think of with this raft, is that it is way heavier than a lot of the other rafts that I've used in the past. And it's not necessarily a bad thing, it's just count on it being heavier. You know, if moving it around you really want 2 people or a furniture dolly or something to help move it. The only other con with this, and it's not really with the raft, but with the sheet that you wrap it in, it comes with this carrying case, which overall is really nice. It's a nice idea, but the material itself on this case is pretty flimsy. In fact, you can see the first time I picked it up, it tore through right there. It's not the greatest material. So the case itself is not fantastic, but it still works. I'll probably have one created out of canvas or something later on. So that's about it. I would say that I've gone on tons and tons of rivers all across the Midwest here in Utah and Idaho and Wyoming. And I would say that of all the boats that I've ridden on with all the major manufacturers, I'd say this thing competes with all of them. In fact, in many ways, I'd take this boat over almost any of them, especially since it's a fraction of the cost. I mean, you look at the cost online and you think, what cheap toy is this that you're getting from China? But when you actually really see it in person, it's a whole different story. I mean, you're not going to find a higher quality workmanship than with this boat. I would highly recommend this raft. It's a fantastic raft, and I'm super pleased with it. I'll never regret having purchased the Terran Raft. Hope that helps.